This isn't really the type of stuff I do on my channel, but I'm here. My son is in Afghanistan, and my daughter-in-law is here by herself, and she heard squealing on her car, and she carried it to the local dealership, and they told her $1,000 to do. It needed 4 rotors, pads all the way around, and a total brake fluid flush. And these rotors aren't hurt at all. None of them. I've took them. The only wheel I haven't pulled the pad off of is this one, and I don't suspect it's been wearing either. This is the brake pad off the rear. It's still got half of the friction material still left on it. They told her her brake fluid was black and needed a complete flush, and that's what the fluid looks like. So they were gonna jack her up for $1,000 for stuff she didn't need. But I've got the parts here. I've got upgrade stuff. I got drilled and slotted rotors and ceramic pads. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the whole brake job for her so that she doesn't have to worry about it. But I really think the whole problem was, and you old school mechanics will know this, some of you folks that don't work on cars might not. This is brake grease right here. And what it does is it goes here, so when the pad slides back and forth, when you're not on the brake, it won't make noise and it moves back and forth smoothly. Well, more than likely the scrubbing she heard was the pad scrubbing back and forth on the caliper and making the noise. And I mean, she did right by not driving it so that it didn't ruin the rotor. But I mean, that's a really simple fix. But we're going to do a complete brake job on this thing, like I said, so she doesn't have to worry about it. So we're going to get after it. Sorry, I'm going to get mad. Let's see if I can help you. I can help you. I can help you. I'm already hard. Boss can do never jump, never do it. Yes, I'm going to do it. But I'm jumping, but I can run. I'm jumping, but I can run a whole bunch. This is from the lots of times I say, no, then they won't do it. I'm scared. Oh, where's mine? Jimmy, do it. He's wrong. It won't. It's not.
That's it on there. That's your concentrating.
Find a little wear right here. This pad is definitely wore out, and right here on the edge it's been scuffing the rotor here. It's not deep, you can just barely feel it, but pads were time to change. But it definitely, I mean, that could have been surfaced out, but I mean, that was a little ridiculous, them saying that $1,000 and need a four-wheel brake job. I mean, the rear pads, half a pad's still left. The front definitely needed a pad change because one side was all the way down, but at most it only needed one rotor. But we got to upgrade. They got the drilled and slotted on there now with the ceramic pads, so it's less dust and be quieter. So, and it looks cool. I like the drilled and slotted look. So, like I said, we got it done. No big deal. And cost of about $160 versus the daggone 1,000. So, anyhow, that's what we got.